o'clock in the night. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how to get out. If I die here, I'm sorry.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Well, I had a question. What would you do if you could control your life? Like everything, no obligations, no purpose, and no attachments. Then, how would you live? For me to explain what I did, we need to go back in time a little. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll like this story. Lockdowns were being lifted, people began to socialize, and things were going back to normal. Kind of. Extroverts had to become introverts, and the introverts found bliss in solitude. Well, mostly just watching TikToks and anime. I mean, I graduated from home. How crazy is that? No convocation, no graduation party, nothing. This needed to change. Ladakh. Come on, bro. Things don't work like that in real life. This is not a movie after all. After months of convincing, packing, and booking, a ragtag group of friends took off. If you didn't already know, Ladakh is what we call the dream. Motorbiking across the Himalayas, the feel of conquerability in the face of mountain ranges. डर के आगे जीत है. But this story is for another time.
You see, the main protagonist had something else in his mind from the start. A chance to achieve something. An opportunity to discover himself.
The road to heaven. The corridor to Himalayas. The Pass. "14,000 feet above sea level. 32 kilometers of trek, 5,000 feet of elevation." I could keep going and going. But Mother Nature had other plans in store. But come on, bro. You think a little rain could stop us? If I said that the experience was magical, I would be downplaying it. Maybe nature tried to show something special. The rain felt more like an invitation as time passed. Drenched, sore and cold, we reached our first campsite. Jobra. I'll make it fast. Here's a summary. Tents were pitched. Chocos, hot, hot, hot. Atmosphere. Then suddenly, a friend calls out.
Well, what else is there to say? They headed back. Felt defeated. The protagonist didn't even take a picture with his camera. But while leaving, he just had to say something out loud.
I will return. As the king of romance would say.
Picture अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है हाँ?
And cut. That brings us to the present. A second chance. Let's see what life has to offer. The signals were cut off. No internet, no social media, no connection to society. Only you. Isolated. When you deny the mind a constant supply of information or entertainment or distraction, it starts to cook something. Doubts. Could I have completed this trek last time if I didn't go back with my friends? Should I have gone with the trekking group? Could I have done it if I had better equipment? What if there's floods, landslides, or can I even do this trek now? Should I return while I still have the chance?
After reaching halfway, our protagonist realized something. Our minds are instinctively negative. The only way to move forward is not by ignoring it, but rather oppose it with a positive.
What if there are no floods or landslides? What if you can actually do it on your own? What would it be like to scream from the top? What if I still move on with the equipment I have? Wouldn't it be better to accomplish something with hard work rather than to buy your way out of it?
Proof to the point. A small sense of achievement.
We pitched our tent here last time, here, right over here. We couldn't cross this river, but now do I need to say anything else? Finally made it before the sunset. early bird gets the worm. Who am I kidding? I was never a morning person, but I was feeling only one thing right now. Can you guess what it is? I always felt at peace when I was in nature, when I was on a walk, playing with animals, or at the beach. But right now, what I'm feeling is different. My legs aren't sore for some reason. My bags don't feel as heavy as I thought they would. My problems don't feel as big as I thought they were anymore. But you know what is still the same? Chai. The answer was chai all along. Just kidding. Today's hike was less intense in terms of distance but more in terms of elevation. But I was still excited because yesterday was a past to overcome and today is the present to enjoy. Do you guys know how to pitch a tent? Well, let me teach you. You do this, you do that. Oh, and this. Don't forget this. Ta-da!
Welcome to my crib.
I know. I didn't explain it that well. But that's how I learned to do it. I'm not experienced in any of this. It's literally my third time pitching a tent. And here we are in Himalayas. Bro, I was flabbergasted to say the least.
Confidence, motivation, or courage, whatever you call it, this day, our protagonist realized that rationality is what one thinks it is.
Goodbye. Mountain life. Mountain life. It's nearly 3 a.m. in the morning in the Himalayas, and I'm drinking handmade elaichi tea. What an experience, man! What an experience.
Day 3. by Balukagera en route to Hamta Pass. Being the nerd that I am, let me tell you something. The Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And in specific conditions, at the worst possible time. I have watched hours of trail videos, looked at hundreds of maps and memorized the trail like it was my hometown. But floods and landslides had other plans. The mountain terrain changes from time to time. To account for the changes is what separates an experienced and a novice. That ledge is a route, trekking route, trail. But me being an idiot came from here, through the mountains, through the rocks. And I got to climb this now. Let me describe the situation. The ground was loose. The incline was nearly 45 degrees. I had 2 bags on myself and a tripod with my phone on one hand. Do I give up? Not again. I can't. Now I need to go down here and go to that rock. Sukra Tsunami back on the trail. When I talked about Murphy's Law, I was actually thrilled. Things going wrong actually felt more adventurous. It's like this. If you knew the script to a movie, you will most likely wouldn't enjoy the movie as much. As I said before, it's all a mind game. Maybe I am delusional, but again, proof to the point. Hamta Pass. This is Hamta Pass. I said I'd do it, and I did it. Sure, it took 3 hours longer to reach the peak, but as a photographer, I'd say I'd appreciate the unique angles that most likely no one was able to experience. It's already 3 p.m. and I am hungry and cold. Whew. I'll take you with me to see how's the travel. But still, in the thoughts of awe and what I had accomplished, I was soon heading towards a rude awakening. I'm at the beautiful Shiaguru. My current location is Shiaguru campsite, and my destination for today was Chatru. It's just a 2-kilometer mostly stable downhill trek. It's an easy trek which would take around 1.5 to 2 hours at most. Spoiler alert, it was not 2 hours. 8 p.m. It's 8 o'clock in the night. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how to get out. If I die here, I'm sorry. Let me try and give you an explanation to how I'm stuck in a life or death situation. This is Shiaguru and this is the trail. As you can see, we to cross this river here. This river is formed by snow melting from the glaciers. The water level gets higher and higher from morning to evening and highest at night. Meanwhile, being 3 hours late due to my adventurous detour, the water level was higher than expected. One wrong move, one slip, and death was the only outcome. Still, guess who chose to cross the river?
I think I'll stay at Chatru. I can reach it, I think.
I couldn't even recall. Telling you that the water was ice cold simply won't do justice. I couldn't even feel my feet due to the cold. I quickly changed to warm clothes and sat there rubbing my feet. Seems like I couldn't even notice when 4 pm became 6 pm. The water level already rose very high. The point of no return. The only way is forward. It's pitch black, clear sky, moonlight blocked by the mountain ranges. Walking through the dark on a narrow path with the river to my left and a 50-meter drop to my right. With only 2-meter visibility from my feet with the flashlight of my phone was definitely sketchy to say the least. I was hungry and I was lost. Bone-chilling winds certainly did not help. And due to low oxygen, for every 10 steps I had to take a 2-minute break. All hope was lost. I sat down and recorded this. After resting a bit and drinking the last of my water, I thought, heck, forget everything. Death is just an easy way out. So I started walking around, only to find hope. Donkey droppings.
NANI?
I know. Donkey droppings may not be the climax you were expecting. But let me explain. Donkeys and mules are what trekking groups use to carry luggage and provisions. So, if you happen to find a trail of droppings, then simply put, that's the way to go.
Reached Chatru at 9 o'clock.
I always said to myself that life is not a movie. But maybe it is.
You might ask, Sukrut, what did you realize? Well, a lot of things. But if I had to name one thing, I'd say I realized what I want from this life.
The person you are watching right now on the screen is not the same person a few days ago. He looks the same, sounds the same, but he is not going to live the same. He realized that shame, insecurities, and doubts comes from within, just like happiness.
You're going to realize it one day. That happiness was never about your job or your degree or being in a relationship. Happiness was never about following in the footsteps of all of those who came before you. It was never about being like the others. One day you're going to see it. That happiness was always about the discovery, the hope, the listening to your heart, and following it wherever it chose to go. Happiness was always about being kinder to yourself. It was always about embracing the person you were becoming. One day you will understand that happiness was always about learning how to live with yourself. That your happiness was never in the hands of others. One day you will realize that true happiness comes from within, and no external factors can define it. It was always about you. It was always about you.